Well, after it seemed like it took forever for this point to come, we all knew it was going to have to happen sooner or later. It's not going to be, it wasn't shocking to me. It was shocking to me that it lasted this long, but finally, we can hear the angels singing. After collapsing ratings and a failed fan campaign, the CW scraps woke Batwoman show. Thank God for this. This is an article from Bounding into Comics. Yep, it's gone, people. The CW finally scrapped their woke Batwoman show after the show's ratings and viewership consistently declined. Season 3 posted an all-time viewership low with only 372,000 people tuning in for the 5th episode of the show. Its ratings in the 18 to 49 demographic. Well, let's look at it here. Here it is. Covered this many times before. Look at these ratings now. Look at these ratings. Less than, it only reached over 500,000 people 3 times. Understand? But look at the 18 to 49 demographic, 0.08, 0.08, 0.08. We had 0.10, 0.12, 0.11. This was only because they put in poison ivy. People wanted to take a look at a Batman villain. But other than that, the last episode, 0.07. This show is such garbage. Everything about it is just awful. Completely woke nonsense. Let's check it out. And this was when they tried the whole Batwoman writers room, tried this Renew Batwoman campaign on Twitter that never got anywhere. Because why? The woke audience you are appealing to does not watch your show, does not support anything. The show's writer Caroline Dries confirmed the show was cancelled, writing on Twitter, "Just got the sad news that Batwoman will not be seeing a season 4. I am bummed but full of gratitude." Bummed? This show was horrendous from start to finish. And it's not the only show on CW to get cancelled, because CW at this point is a horrific, god-awful network that needs to be cancelled on its own. We also get to find out Legends of Tomorrow has been cancelled also, and this shows another mess. I don't know how Legends of Tomorrow got 7 seasons. I really don't. I watched the first season of Legends of Tomorrow just to find out what it was about, and I was disappointed from the get-go. I never watched any more of it after that, because you had this time traveler. The guy's name, something Indian name. Yeah, the show was really so forgettable. I really remember. He came back in time because he wanted to recruit some people to stop Vandal Savage from murdering his wife and child. So he gathered up this group, call them Legends. But the fact of the matter is that he take the people who will not be missed if they die. Their entire existence does not contribute anything to the timeline, to the future of the earth, nothing. So he took them. I thought to myself, well, okay, maybe nice to see the underdogs might rise up and do something. Okay, good. They dragged along for the first season, jumping from time to time, going here, screwing up this, running back to screw back up that, going back here to screw back up this, running here to screw back up the next one, and all kind of thing, only for it to eventually come to a conclusion that the so-called Time Council willingly allowed Vandal Savage to go and murder the man, wife, and child, because Vandal Savage will help them defend the earth from some invasion. So it's perfectly okay for he to go and commit murder. And then after that, the show just went along at a god-awful thing, throwing in people that shouldn't be. This show should never have been made. It should have been, even if you just wanted to make it, you should have cancelled after the first season and done. There was no point to it after a while. It just became repetitive nonsense. But back to the one everybody loves to hate. This is Carolyn Dries here. I am bummed but full of gratitude. What an honor to make 51 episodes. Honor? So many inspiring, well, that's a lie. Brilliant, that's another lie. People contributed to this series. Thank you, producers, cast, and crew. Thank you, fans. What fans? We love you. Well, okay, apparently you love nobody, but alright. The show's lead actress, Javisha Leslie, who took over as Batwoman following Ruby Rose's departure, shared a message to social media. The Most High never ceases to amaze me. I was taught that words have power and we speak our life into existence. Well, I spoke this role into my life, and what an honor it has been to watch it play out exactly how it was meant to. Family, this Bat team is ours. Her story was made and it can never be taken, she continued. Now, that picture of her and Soy Boy over there. Let me be honest with you. If you were going to be a part of this series, you could have said, well, okay, let me come in and try to make something that would be memorable, that would be good. But no, you came in and your thing about it is, and she said it on multiple times, she posted it up on Twitter and all sorts of things, how, it's so inspiring to be a black woman playing Batwoman and to inspire other black people and inspire other black girls. And she came with this story, some god awful story about some little black girl who came up to her and was telling her how she liked her. I mean, it's the most cliched nonsense you've ever heard, because always some child have to come up to you and tell you how inspired they are by you. Because what really gets these people is that they only see legitimacy in people that look like them, act like them, behave like them, and this is what it is. Batwoman was a show that had no story whatsoever. They figured to themselves all they needed to do was make a show about lesbians, push the fact that they're lesbians, include more lesbians, throw in some gayness, add some more lesbians, throw in a couple, gender whatever or trans whatever, make it more lesbians, and then figure that would sell. But when even the people who they appealed to, and they went hard with it, trying to make it seem like, they were appealing well to the LGBTQ whatever alphabet community, and even they couldn't stand the shit. Then the Batwoman team went along to people how if they didn't like the show, they was racist and they don't want this to succeed, and all they're homophobe and all kind of thing. No, your show was garbage. The only people who found anything good about this show were you. Were the writers? They were the only people, because they were writing this for themselves, not for anybody else. The amount of people happy to see this go, and one of them who I'm sure is very happy is Az from Heels vs. Babyface, because he has done weekly reviews of this show. And I could only imagine the amount of brain damage he must get from watching this. The show is absolute and utter trash. You spent 3 seasons making garbage, and now you expect people to believe, okay, you're disappointed there's not going to be a 4th season. What in God's name were you going to put in the 4th season? You had no idea what you were going to do in the 3rd season, but you still did that. Then you had the so-called Batwoman team coming to tell people begging people to renew it so they could get more money. And what are they moving on to now? Gotham Knights. God knows that's going to be a disaster, because these are the people who did this. You got so much shit for what you did. You actually have to beg people to try and bring it back. And now you're moving on to think this is the definition of failing upwards. I have one of my subscribers who says that, you know, he likes well, not this Batwoman. He wants Wallace Day to play Batwoman in a good series, and I'm telling you, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it because it is never about telling a good story with them. Batwoman is already a cheap knockoff of Batman. You can make a character you, but okay, you have Batwoman, fine. But if you want to do something good, you tell a good story. But when you're so interested in social justice and in pushing the inclusivity and this and that and the other, which, you know, is never what it's about. It's about trying to shove your own brand of woke garbage down people's throat. This is what you get. You don't get good shows. You don't get good series. You get nonsense like this. Look at these ratings. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then after 3 seasons of complete and utter hemorrhaging crap, it's finally over. Thank God they canceled this, and I hope to God to never see it or any iteration of it ever again. But then again, this is Hollywood. It never gets better, it only gets worse. That's what they do. Let me know in the comments what you think about finally putting the final nail in the coffin of this trash. If you like the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell, you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. It's finally over. Thank you, Father in heaven. Take care.